and urge them to also take self-defense courses just in case. What was that movie with Jennifer Lopez? Enough? Listen, we need to act like that was a documentary and act on that. So let's start with the simple ones first. I don't really have to pull up any links related to these two, but two places that you can start to inquire is at your local police station. A lot of local police stations offer these self-defense courses, but they may not advertise it. They also offer safety readiness. And I just went to one in my community a week and a half ago, got my knapsack, got my things, like if there's not a natural disaster, but if there's like some type of emergency where your lights go out, there's a knapsack full of a whole bunch of things to help you out in case of emergency. And they also offer, like I said, self-defense courses. So check with your local police station. Also check with local colleges and universities, depending on the cities that you live in. Most major cities, you can find, they may not do it every week or every month, but you can find out when they give them and go ahead and sign up for that. And I'm also going to add, if you can, try to take a, when you pump on people, you keep them alive. People get certificates for it. Oh my gosh. You know what I'm talking about. Basically you want to arm yourself with as much CPR. Thank you, Lisa. Acronyms be messing me up all the time. So I was talking to my friend yesterday and she was like, yeah, I need to go to AA because my car, blah, blah. I said, oh, you need to go to AA? I caught that one, but that's usually me. I'm the one like, yeah, I need to go to AA because my car, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, you need to talk, Kim, you need to talk to somebody. So as much as you can. So if there is ever a situation where you can help somebody who's been hurt, or you can't make it to a hospital because of whatever town you live in, there may be some issues going on there. You want to be able to have as much in your toolkit as possible. So your local police station, as well as your local college and or university, should be places that you look into to see if they offer free self-defense training. Okay, so some of you may have heard of Udemy or Udemy. I've heard it pronounced both ways. And I pulled it up. So all you have to do is Google Udemy, free self-defense courses and tutorials. And so let me take myself off the screen for a second. And I'm just going to scroll and just let you see what the homepage says. They're also, if you want to pay for some things, they're having some, Black Friday sales. You $9.99. You could fill up your cart. 5 days left till November 29th. That's not a bad deal. And so if you look under free self-defense courses and tutorials, you'll see that there are over almost 250,000 learners in this, I think it means this category, and it's free learning. You see the ranking: self-defense training, military grade jiu-jitsu, and out of 700 reviews, it's a 4.6 rating, 8 hours in total, and it's free. Let's move on over to the women's self-defense. Let me get that out the way. The second one, I don't want the pop-up to show. Women's self-defense tips. Self-defense for, they need to spell that right. Self-defense for women's safety. And it has a 4.0 rating out of 5 with 241 reviews. It's only 1 hour in total with 17 lectures. So maybe that's someplace you start, but the 8-hour one sounds good, right? I'm probably even going to sign up for that one. Then the best self-defense for all, it's free, 32 minutes, 4.8 star rating out of 117 reviews. And you see I would stay away from anything under 4 reviews. If you can't get 4 reviews, that means there were some issues there. And so I would rank the highest ones starting at 4 and up. And then there's other courses that you can pay for. But now with this Listen, I'm not telling you to go spend no money. So we trying to get our paperwork in order. That's first and foremost. But I will say that if you have it and you see something on here, like a 4.7 star rating, this is closed combat training. Listen, you think I don't want to know closed combat training in this day and age? Like, I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not saying I'll be able to take on no, military trained man, but just knowing some things and teaching your kids some basic moves or maneuvers. Oh my gosh, this is invaluable. So go to Udemy, put in free self-defense course, and this will pop up. And so that's one of the recommendations that I have for free. Let's go to, let me see, where are we? Let me see if there's any. Well, we'll do questions in a minute. And so let me go to the next one. I have to pull that link up. Hold on 1 second. 1 minute, please. There's another resource that I think is quite helpful. People think of it as some place to go to find like parties or local events. Here we go. So at the top right here, it says I put in self-defense for women, and then I added Virginia Beach based on someone who joined here from Virginia Beach. And then I hit search, and this is what popped up. And the second thing that popped up, it tells you right here, self-defense women's events in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Number 2 is a self-awareness and safety. Please tell me I'm showing on the screen. I checked. And it's on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. And so I recommend like keeping the same self-defense women. And then the next area over is where you put your location and then hit search. And it will tell you, even if it's 100 or 80 miles away, it will tell you the nearest one, if there is a nearest one. But then if it's not, I would take away like women's and then see self-defense free. I wouldn't even put free because, like I said, a lot of times these are free or affordable, especially for things like this. It's not like a concert or anything like that or a New Year's Eve party. So this is a very useful resource, Eventbrite, that people don't think about, as well as Udemy. And so please make sure you even if you send somebody a text like, hey, have you ever seen this? And they may not even use it or need it, but I like to send to, oh, did you know that Udemy has these free self-defense courses for, and look, it's 4.8 stars. Do you want to do it, the same time, or do you want to do it on your own or whatever? But sharing this information is the most powerful way for us to, make sure we all stay safe. There we go. So this is the channel that I highly recommend everyone to. It's only a 10-minute, 39-second video. You can watch it. Like I tell people with my video, if it's taking too long, there's a way to up the speed. So even if you want to up the speed to like 1.2, 1.25, 1.5, then you'll still get the information that you need. Okay, so I'm not going to play it because it's copyright. And I mean, YouTube doesn't like when you play other people's YouTubes. And she's a comedian. I don't know if you've seen her show in the past, but the way that she delivers the information, and this is the person that is teaching her. So let's just read what it says. Eve Torres Gracie trains Lily in self-defense, teaching her the importance of women having the ability and the right to defend themselves. Learn more about Eve and Rainier's, hope I said that right, self-defense program here. And so this is pretty much a crash course in at least learning the basics. And again, she does, she's a little jokey at times, but I like that. Like, I like the fact that, it takes away from some of the weightiness of what you're doing. But I do want you to get serious, which leads me to, okay, so we talked about Gracie's University. Well, The good news is right now you can join for free. You can also take a tour of what's to offer, but it's based in jujitsu moves. And if you've never taken jujitsu, don't think that you have to do all this stuff that these men at the top are doing. My father taught me some jujitsu moves when I was super young. And it has to do with pressure points. It has to do so you can learn how to defend yourself strategically, tactically, without all the, winding yourself. You have to strategically focus on certain points to try to disarm. And so I like the fact that she's offering, and I'm going to click on that first. So Gracie was the person that we saw in the prior video with Lily. And so it says here under the free portion of her channel, we're so sure you're going to love Gracie's University Online that for a limited time, we've made it 100% free to register, no credit card required, and you'll gain instant access to over 30 free lessons pulled from our most popular programs: Gracie's Combatives, Master Cycles, Gracie's Bully Proof, and Women Empowered. And you can read the rest of that. Like I said, this will all be part of the playlist. And again, if you want to look it up tonight, it's called graciesuniversity.com, GRACIE university.com, and you can find more information about that. Basically, they're gathering your email and all of that. You don't have to put a credit card, and you'll have limited access to stuff, but limited access to the classes. But in the you'll learn some things in the meantime. And so going back to the homepage, these are her courses. Women Empowered, I think, is what right now we're focusing on. And and so you can check. Here's the free lessons. That's what I was looking for. So you can watch now Women's Empowered, Blue Belt Stripe 2. It tells you once you log on, view all, it will tell you more about that. So let me see if there was anything else in my notes before I come out of that. Yeah, and again, I just ask that you bookmark this and save it. Bookmark and share it. And so the reason I say bookmark it, because people forget. So meaning save it. So save it and share it. If you know anybody, and again, it could be a simple text. Hey, check this out. There's some good resources here. Or send the resources. Either way, I want us to stay safe.